Hello, fellow collectors, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at the second wave of the DC Premier 6.5-inch figures from Mattel. In this wave, we have a Jokerized Batman, we have Superman, we have Green Lantern John Stewart, and then we have another Batman that they're calling Stealth Suit Batman, but it's really just an all-black costume. So, kind of funny, 2 more Batmans in this wave. I think this will bring my count up to 7, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm still waiting on the Batman and Clayface 2-pack. Amazon keeps delaying it on me, and that will make my 8th Batman. So when you think about the fact that we've had 2 official waves and then like a bunch of 2 and 3 packs, to already have 8 Batman figures is kind of insane. But this will be our second Superman here. The first one was the Heat Vision, so this is kind of our first, no electronics, fully posable Superman. And then, like I said, we did have Hal Jordan Green Lantern, but this is John Stewart. So very fun to get another Lantern here. So yeah, it's a cool wave. Unfortunately, as you can see, Amazon shipped these a little worse for wear with the cards, but figures look to be intact. And you can see the full wave here on the back. And then the Jokerized Batman comes with face plates to put on the other figures in the wave, the way that the Joker from Wave 1 did the same. And he's got some glow-in-the-dark accessories as well, which is kind of neat. So I'm excited. I'm going to go ahead and get these guys out of the packaging here, and we'll take a closer look. So here are the figures out of the packaging. We'll start over here with Jokerized Batman. So it's the same Batman mold. There's not really anything new here. I mean, I assume the head sculpt is new, and the head sculpt does look good. I mean, that grin is very, very creepy, and it's very nicely painted. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. You can see kind of like a nice solid metallic green for the eyes there. And then even like the detailing with the teeth and everything, I think it looks really good. Now, I'm assuming this is supposed to be like Batman got transformed with some Joker toxin. I don't think it's supposed to be Joker dressed as Batman because, Joker doesn't really have this build. But it's very interesting, and I think the color scheme looks pretty good. I mean, it's just another Batman. But you can see, like, the cape is a little tattered. I think that's kind of cool. Still nice soft goods cape there. Articulation standard for these. So the head's on a ball joint. You can look down. You can look up a little bit, side to side, tilt side to side a little bit. You got a hinge and a rotation in the shoulder. You have a hinge and a rotation at the elbow. You have a hinge and rotation at the wrist. You have a waist swivel. You can kick out to the side. Nice ball joint there in the hip. Kick forward. Thigh swivel there. Double jointed knees. And then you have like a little bit of movement at the boot. It doesn't fully rotate, but it can kind of wiggle back and forth a little bit. The joints on this guy are real fluid. I've noticed that on a couple of mine, and we'll see as we go through. I've been having some trouble with the hips. Like, I can go out to the side, no problem. But coming forward, it almost feels like I'm twisting the plastic, so I'm holding off. But this guy has really nice movement in the hips. So I don't know if that's going to be an issue going forward, or maybe mold fatigue is making this a little smoother. I don't know, but we'll see how it goes. But anyway, I think he looks pretty good. I don't think it was 100% necessary, but it is kind of neat. And his accessories are actually really cool as well. So he's got these Jokerized version face plates that you can pop on, and it's kind of weird to have a Jokerized Batman and then have another Jokerized Batman head. But I guess if you just want to use your Joker figure and then this Batman, like, they just wanted to include the options for you, and it just pops over top. Makes the head a little large, but it's still kind of neat. So I think that's cool. He also has one for Green Lantern, which kind of looks like they Jokerized like a construct to put over his head, which is kind of funny. But it does work pretty well. So I'll pop that on there, and you can see he gets Jokerized. And then they also have one for Superman, which includes the cowlick, which I think is really, really funny. So I'll pop that over top. Like I said, it makes the proportions a little weird, but I do think it's kind of cool. So pretty much they've had, I think, Jokerized head plates for just about everyone, because I think both waves have had it. So you can definitely Jokerize all of your heroes at this point. Now he does have some glow-in-the-dark accessories as well. This is like a little time bomb, you can see, set for 12 minutes. It's 2 pieces, and then you pop it off the sprue, and then you just sandwich it together, and it stays pretty well. So that's kind of fun. And all of the Jokerized Batman's accessories are glow in the dark, which is pretty cool. Otherwise, it's pretty standard. You get a couple of handcuffs here. You get a couple of batarangs. Not really anything we haven't seen before. A couple of these little canisters. The only other one that he has is this kind of spiked boxing glove, which is kind of neat. So what you do is you put the hand, you just kind of put it over top of the hand here like this, and then sandwich it together over the hand. And then he's got a cool, and they even have a little cutout for the gauntlet, which I think is really nice attention to detail. So there you go. Little glow-in-the-dark spiked boxing glove, which is kind of fun. And then you just have to unpeg it to pop it off. So yeah, like I said, did I need a Jokerized Batman? Not really, considering I already had the Jokerized Batman head from the first wave, but it is a decent design and a good color scheme, and the accessories are kind of fun. Next up, we have Superman. I think they did a great job with this. Very traditional costume. He's got the red trunks with the yellow belt, which I think looks really sharp. Superman symbol on the chest looks really good. Head sculpt is nice. Again, good soft goods cape there. Articulation, pretty similar for him. I don't think there's anything different. I don't think I had issues with his. Yeah, his hips are good. But yeah, overall, really looks sharp. I like this a lot. I kind of wish the blue was a little bit lighter. Kind of like more of a powder blue. I like a Christopher Reeves kind of powder blue with the red, but I'm assuming this is more comic book accurate, so that's why they went with it. But definitely looks good. I like it quite a bit. And then we have John Stewart, Green Lantern. He looks great. Head sculpt, I think, came out pretty great. Nice metallic green, looks sharp. Got the ring there on the finger. All that's looking good. Did a great job with his costume. Now, he's one of the ones where I have no problem with the hips going out to the side. But when I try to bring the leg up, it really feels like I'm twisting and I really just don't want to break it. So I think he's going to just stay in the standing position. So hopefully this isn't like an issue going forward. Because I don't want to lose out on posability. But it's weird because like I can go out to the side, no problem whatsoever. But when I try to go forward, it really feels like it's not allowing me to do so. Yeah, I can get about that far before it feels like it doesn't want to move anymore. So, but overall, he's a great figure. Same articulation as all the rest. Really looks sharp, though. Now, for his accessories, and I should have gone into Superman's accessories, too, so I apologize. I really wish he came with a lantern. I think that would be cool. But he does not. He has these translucent pieces. You can make a little vest. And I've clicked this together. Here we go. So this just clips around like so. And holds together pretty well if I can get it connected. There we go. So it makes like a little vest for him. You also get this kind of gauntlet, which I'm pretty sure this is just the same gauntlet that came with the Batman and Bane pack. But instead of one, he only gets, or instead of two, he only gets one. Let me see if I can get this in here. But I guess it makes sense because it would form around the ring. So it wouldn't make sense really for him to have two. But then again, he's got the chest plate. So the ring's creating that, and that's not connected to the ring. Anyway, it's just the accessory from the Batman Bane pack. Batman came with two of them. But it's all right. It's not bad. Then he comes with these two guns. Again, they're two halves that you sandwich together, but it works pretty well. This one he can actually hold. It's a bit of a tight fit, but he can hold that. And then it also has a peg, so you can peg it onto the Batmobile if you like, or any of the other vehicles. And this one he can't hold, but you could either peg it into the Batmobile, or you could peg it into the side of this gun to give him kind of a little double cannon there. So, not bad. I mean, the sprue accessories are okay. They're definitely not the reason I'm buying the figures. But I'm sure the target demographic will have a lot of fun with them. But it can be really time-consuming to get all of these pieces cut off the sprue because there really is quite a lot of them. But yeah, John Stewart came out pretty great. Let me double back to Superman's accessories. So he comes with a chain that looks like he ripped it off, as you can see. He's got this girder piece that looks like it's been twisted up. And also there's a connection here where you can break it apart. So you could have him hold this, like if you want him to kind of hit somebody with it. And again, he's got a closed fist over here. And then this hand can hold things, but it's very, very tightly closed. So like you kind of have to open it up to get something in here. It's going to be quite difficult. I'm going to have to actually like hold this open with one hand. I don't know why they made it such a tight closed like hand, but there you go. So now you can hold that and whack someone over the head with it, which is kind of cool. And then the last accessory he has, similar to John, he has like a little vest, metal vest, and you come around to the back and you have to line up the cape with the hole on his back so you can peg this into it. So peg that in there, and then you bring this around and peg this in. I feel like this isn't pegged in right. There we go. Then you peg this in here. And then you take these little pieces that are also included, and you're going to peg them into these little spots here to give them little shoulder pads. So pop that on there and pop this on here. It's kind of neat. It's definitely, again, not something that I really care about or want, but it's not a bad look. And you can just kind of armor them up. I don't really know why Superman would need metal armor, but it's a cool little accessory. It works. It's kind of neat. And then last up, we just have another Batman. Nothing new here. He's got the same utility belt that we saw on the one that came in the Bane 2-pack, or 3-pack rather. Just all black. Again, nice cape. It's got the gold trim bat there. I wish they would put the Circle Bat logo on some of these, because if they had the Circle Bat logo on here, I could kind of pretend this is like 89 movie Batman. Instead, they're just kind of calling it Stealth Batman. And this is another one where, like, this leg is no problem, but I think I had trouble with this other one. Oh, no, this one, is it okay now? Okay, so it's just John Stewart's legs. Okay, well, I guess it's not as widespread as a problem as I initially thought, so that's good. But yeah, I mean, Soft Goods cape looks good. It's a good-looking Batman figure. I wish it would have the... I feel like if they're going to keep doing all of these Batman variants, it would be nice to change the costume up even more with the logo. Like, it'd be something else they could do. I wonder if they don't know how to apply it to the sculpt. I don't know. I guess, or maybe they're just being lazy. I don't know, but it's Batman. He comes with one of these sprue, like grid pieces where the weapons are on a sprue, but then you can also attach them to this like weapons rack. And I think these were the same accessories that came with Robin, because he's got the 2 staves, he's got a bunch of shuriken, and then a little dagger, and then he's also got these handcuffs. So it's kind of cool. You can, of course, connect this to the other ones that we have already. And you kind of need to, because they're warped. They're always warped. Like, you can kind of see, like, this is how it's supposed to stand, and you see how it's so warped forward. They really won't stand on their own. Like, they'll just completely fall forward. But when you connect enough of them together, then you can just clip them on there, and then you can stand and you can move them around. You could have it like that if you want. You could do kind of a zigzag, you know, however you want. But it's kind of cool to think like you could kind of have your first makings of like a Batcave with a giant weapons rack. Now, all the accessories are pretty much the same. You either get, you know, the one that comes with like the landmines and the canisters and the batarangs, or you get the one that has the long staves or shuriken. So it would be neat if they could vary the accessories a little bit, but I do like the blue. I think I might have liked the blue more from the beginning, but the gray is fine too. But yeah, so you do have those as well. But yeah, it's a pretty solid wave, honestly. Well, let me put it this way. Batman and John Stewart Green Lantern are awesome. I really like them a lot. The Batman figures are fine. They're perfectly fine. I mean, it's up to you how many Batman figures you need. Um, I understand, like I said, it feels like a lot of Batman. Like I understand you want maybe one Batman in every wave, or you're gonna do the Batman versus one of his villains 2-pack. I get all that. But I feel like they're doing almost like two Batman per wave. And we've seen breakdowns for the coming waves, and there's a lot of Batman. I think this one is just again in wave 3, like it's just exactly the same. I'd have to really look at it to see how if there's any differences, but I just think they need to ease up. You know, if you're gonna do a Batman every wave, okay, but we don't need two Batman per wave. I just think that's too much. I understand they wanted to do, this is a Jokerized version, and they wanted to include the faceplates for everyone else in the wave, which is nice. I do like that. But I think they need to back off the Batman a little bit. And just to really illustrate my point, here are all of the Batman figures I have so far. This is also not including the mech suit Batman, which I wanted to just do all the ones of the exact same mold, but there is a mech suit Batman as well. And then, like I said, there's another Batman in the Clayface 2-pack that I just haven't been able to get my hands on yet. So, I mean, we're already up to 6 Batman figures, and it's just the same figure. I mean, I guess the utility belts can be different from time to time, where they give him one of those big harnesses that kind of goes around the back. And I like them all. Like, there are subtle things. This has the Joker head sculpt. This has the like Night Vision head sculpt. Again, with subtle differences in the utility belt. But for the most part, it's the same mold. And this line's only been around for 6 months or something like that. I mean, we saw it at Toy Fair in February, and then it came out April or May, I feel like. So honestly, 3 or 4 months. And we already have this many, plus, like I said, 2 more technically. So yeah, it's cool it on the Batman a little bit. I also wanted to do a little comparison here of the 2 versions of Superman that we have so far. So you can see that the electronics version is actually a little taller. I would say half an inch taller. Pretty much the same color scheme. This is kind of a little bit lighter blue with more of a metallic sheen. And then obviously you have the gold and the red S there. And he does not have the trunks, but he does have the light up feature.
I'll melt you down to size, Metallo.
So I think it's a fun figure. I definitely don't think you should ignore it. But if you're just looking for kind of a classic Superman that has, no gimmicks and just the nice articulation, this is a really great figure. But I think it's fun having both. I just think it's funny when you put them next to each other, there really is a significant height difference. And then we've got Hal and John here just in time for the HBO Lantern show that's debuting tonight. Really excited for that. These guys look great. I do kind of wish, like, I know he has that Mr. Freeze, color change feature, but it kind of just makes him look pale all the time. So I do kind of wish the figure didn't have that, because I kind of feel like because of that, the skin tone's a little weird. But the figure otherwise is still great. The costumes are cool. I think it's fun that, they have such different costumes, but they're both part of the core. They look great. And I think they're both pretty accurate. So yeah, these figures both look great. And, instead of giving us 500 of the same Batman figure, just keep building out the Lantern core. I'm here for that. And then for fun, here is Joker from Wave 1 with the Jokerized Batman. Like I said, you can see that it's definitely not Joker dressed up as Batman. They definitely do not have the same build. This Joker figure is so lanky. And I think it makes sense, for the character. But I do have trouble getting him to stand sometimes because he's so lanky. But yeah, just kind of cool to see these guys together here. So yeah, it's not a bad wave, just a little Batman heavy. The Superman and the John Stewart Green Lantern, phenomenal. Definitely recommend them. Hopefully your John Stewart doesn't have any issues with the hips. But really, really solid figures. The Jokerized Batman and the black suit Batman, they're fine. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just a little Batmaned out already. So I can understand if you want to skip those, or maybe you just don't wait for sale or something like that. I do wish if they're going to keep doing Batman, they have to change up the symbol on the chest a little bit. I need at least one of the Batman figures to have the classic, yellow circle bat logo. So that would have really made this figure more exciting to me, because then I could have just pretend as Michael Keaton Batman. and I would have been happy to have that added to the collection. But they just keep doing the same bat logo on the chest, which again, it's not bad. It just, I would like a little bit of variety. So, yeah, I would say if you're Batmaned out, I can understand skipping those, but the Superman and the Green Lantern, phenomenal. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks so much for watching.